So the family have made a regatta, these suits on these vests for the last 40 years.
Wow.
But I sold it I sold it some years ago to another company in Norway in 1979, or to Singapore in 1978. We learned on how to make these type of buoys, and I went to Seattle in 79 and started up a plant making this type of buoys for the crab fishery up in Alaska. Every crab pot they had.
From Oslo, our journey carried us west to Sogndal, where Norway begins to feel less like a country on a map, and more like a landscape shaped by water, stone, and sky. Before setting out, we exchange ordinary clothes for thermal suits, life jackets, and goggles, essential protection against the cold wind of a high-speed ride on the fjord. And now, the adventure opens before us. This is the Great Sognefjord region, often called the King of the Fjords. Its waterways reach more than 200 kilometers inland, linking the sea to valleys, villages, orchards, and mountains. Traveling by a small, fast boat brings us close to the scale of it all, low over the water, with the cliffs rising suddenly on either side. A fjord is not simply a river valley filled with sea water. It is the deep signature of the Ice Age. Over many thousands of years, glaciers pressed through ancient rock, carving broad U-shaped valleys. When the ice withdrew and the ocean entered, it left these long, deep inlets behind. The smooth walls, hanging valleys, and waterfalls around us are pages in that geological story. The colors change with every turn. Blue water in open sunlight, emerald green beneath the forest, and silver where waterfalls descend from the high country. Birch, pine, and mountain pasture cling to slopes that appear almost vertical. Small farms along these shores remind us how generations of Norwegians learned to live with the fjord, using the water as their road and the mountains as their shelter.
Oh no.
Ahead lies the Nærøyfjord landscape, part of Norway's UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, the passage narrows dramatically between crystalline rock walls. UNESCO recognizes these western fjords as outstanding examples of the natural forces that formed the Earth. Steep mountains, glacial valleys, free-flowing rivers, waterfalls, forests, and deep water gathered into one remarkably complete landscape. Gudvangen sits near the innermost end of Nærøyfjord, beneath mountains that seem to close around the village like a natural amphitheater. From here, our route turns through the fjord system towards Sogndal and Flåm. At speed, the air is exhilarating, yet the water can become mirror calm, holding an upside-down Norway of green slopes, white clouds, and quiet farmhouses.
Oh yeah, okay. And then where's your next trip? Oh, to Oslo. Have you been to Oslo before?
No.
You don't have the hang time because you look Indian. Oh, to Oslo. Have you been to Oslo before? Because you are from New Jersey. You don't have the hang time. Yeah. You look Indian to me, but you're not Indian. Because you are from New Jersey. Yeah. Golden Temple 3 times. Bangalore. We just went last. Golden Temple 3 times. Uru. They're rowing. Lucky you. It will go crazy if we win over England. They're rowing. Lucky you. It will go crazy if we win over England.
This is one of the pleasures of traveling through Norway. Grandeur never feels far from intimacy. A vast wall of rock may be followed by a tiny red house, a waterfall by a grazing field, a wild valley by a welcoming quay. The scenery is monumental, but the human presence is gentle, leaving room for silence, weather, and the changing light. As we glide towards Flåm, the mountains slowly open and the journey settles into memory. The flight from Oslo, the road to the fjord, the bright protective suits, the rush of the boat, and this extraordinary corridor through Norway's glacial heart. May these waters invite you to come, to travel slowly, and to discover your own Norway. Until then, thank you for sharing the journey with us, and welcome to the fjords.